more practical side.
Well, Rip, here's your treaty. This will allow Stillman and your other Confederate business friends to keep shipping cotton through Matamoros to the British ships at Puerto Baghdad. Let's drink to it.
Here's to King Cotton. This treaty will ensure continued prosperity for both Brownsville and Matamoros. And to show our appreciation, I've been authorized to offer you a commission in the Confederate Army with the rank of general.
These two intertwined civil wars sure have brought some surprising alliance shifts, I admit. But to accept a Confederate commission would be going too far. You Confederates are in cahoots with the French invaders of Mexico in support of the Mexican conservatives. And I am sworn to protect our rightful president, Benito Juarez, and drive out the French.
I was afraid you'd say no.
Even now, the French have taken over our port of Baghdad. They welcome your trade with the British, and I have just agreed to cooperate with that. But all the same, my main goal is to drive them off of Mexican soil.
I can't say I disagree with you on that score.
You cannot personally be in favor of this Maximiliano the French and Mexican conservatives want to impose as Emperor of Mexico.
No, I don't support that.
As we Mexicans are saying, no es un emperador, es un empeorador.
In English, that means he's not an emperor, he's just a scrub.
Yes, I got that, thank you.
Did you know that if they can take Matamoros back from me with French help, they're going to build a grand opera house here to welcome this music-loving new emperor and his wife Carlota. They want to call it the Teatro Imperial. Well, I say if they build it, it will be called the Teatro de la Reforma instead.
An opera house in Matamoros? Where do they think they are, Paris?
Yes, well, if this emperor and his wife like music so much, we can sing them a tune that's being sung in the streets these days. Carlota says that she wants the Mexican people to look on her as their mother. Well, the Mexican people are singing a song with the words, Adiós, mamá Carlota, narices de pelota, la gente se alborota al verte tan gordota.
In English, that means, goodbye, mommy of us all, with your nose shaped like a ball. It drives us up a wall that you're as wide as you're tall.
Yes, I got that too. Thank you. That's funny.
You know, Rip, you and I have more in common than I'd care to admit. And I want to thank you for protecting my mother through all this chaos, even though she is so mad at me that she has broken off contact.
She is pretty mad at you for your refusal to take back your wife and daughter, and for all that incessant raiding across the river.
Yes, well, try to calm her down, please.
I'll do my best.
Thank you. Let me show you out.
Well, don't get any ideas, Miss Goody-Goody Mama Cortina. You are not going to succeed in forcing Cheno back to his wife. He's mine now, and he's going to stay mine.
He's had other women, I know what they say. They all think I'm only his choice for today. But I've got my eye on him, he won't get away. He'll always be, always be, always be, always be, always be, always be mine.
It is now April of 1864. Union troops march from the coast and take control of Brownsville. They set fire to Fort Brown and confiscate all of Charles Stillman's property. Looters and rioters begin killing people from both sides, and Juan Cortina is right alongside helping them. Stillman and Glavica are forced to flee, but plan to continue transporting cotton into Mexico through Laredo. On the way, they leave Mrs. Glavica with Juan Cortina's mother. Mrs. Glavica informs her cousin about what's going on in Brownsville. Juan Cortina shows up, and he and his mother have words about the path his life is taking. Mrs. Cortina sings, "The vacuum in your heart wants God," and the two part ways, not knowing when they will see each other again.
Prima! Come, dear. We're all on our way upriver, fleeing for our lives, Mrs. Cortina.
We're stopping here just long enough to leave my wife with you. She'll be safe here.
The Union troops have chased you out of town?
Yes, they marched up the coast and took control of Brownsville.
The Confederate soldiers set fire to Fort Brown and to hundreds of bales of cotton waiting to be crossed over to Matamoros.
And the fire got out of control, spreading into the town.
¡Qué horrible!
The Yankee forces have taken my land and confiscated it to be sold to the highest bidder.
The same for my property and that of most of our friends too.
For the time being, we'll use the river crossing at Laredo to get the cotton over to Mexico. The Union forces will never force its way that far west.
Well, you'll find your wife safe here with me when you return.
Let's get out of here, Glavica.